If we don't sell, we can't pay our farmers. We can't pay our workers. We have 80 farmers that produce pepper for us. We have 10 farmers that produce fruits for us that we do our jams. We have close to 90 workers at the factory. We work with trucking companies, Mr. Lopez, that have to truck our goods to the port and back. Even they're asking me, Jody, this is really messed up because they have their mortgages to pay, they have their loans to pay, and they say, if this doesn't come to an end soon, they will not be able to meet their bank payments.
Maurice Sharp's Fine Food Limited has their eyes on the Big Creek port as an alternative to ship their products and to receive operational goods.
I know right now there's been talk about shifting some of the agents are talking about shifting some of these boats to the Big Creek. It's extra cost, but sometimes we might have to take that extra cost because having our shipments out there at sea not coming to the Belize port and just there, the ship won't stay there and just park there. That's their time moving. They have a schedule to actually make. So if the containers, the imports don't come off the ship, they have to go back where they came from with the containers, and it will cost us, the importers, even persons that are bringing in vehicles, parts, medical supplies. Everyone is actually being affected by this. If it goes back to Miami, it will cost us double or more than if we try to diverge these shipments to the Big Creek port.
Roy Martinez, Regional Commercial Director at ASR BSI, says vessel agents have noted with great concern the repetitive nature of the disputes at the Port of Belize Limited. Those vessels are beginning to look at the Big Creek port.
This is the first time that I've actually seen the vessel agents, actually some of them, not all of them, rumor and talk a lot more about, we got to start looking at a contingency plan. Do we start going and calling Big Creek? Maybe not 100%, but at least on a consistent base. What percentage of our sailings how much time do we call? Because we need to have a contingency plan, because there might be a moment, this could be it, where there's really no, that's something that's a lot of that should worry us all. I mean, even with the container exports, I mean, again, we're growing more and more our container exports because of our DC production. So all that is going through Port of Belize. If the container lines stop calling Port of Belize, or if they start calling Big Creek, that's going to force us to also have to follow where they follow. I mean, we have to. There's just no way.
And this morning, Prime Minister John Brisenia confirmed that ships are already moving to Big Creek port until the labor dispute is resolved.
Yes, it is affecting everyone because then the cost of goods will go up, because if the ships can't offload, then by the time it does, the cost of those containers will go up and it will eventually reach to all of us. So yes, it is affecting everyone. We're just urging the CW and the port to sit down and to talk, and not just point fingers at one another, and to try to find a compromise so that we can move forward. But I do know now what is happening now is now that more and more ships will be going down south until this is resolved.
Belizean Queen Freight Services informed its customers via social media that one ship actually returned to the U.S. on Monday with all their cargo, while a smaller one has been allowed to dock at the port in southern Belize.
In previous times, some people at their corporate in Germany or corporate in France say, aren't there other ports? I've seen the emails. Let's look at, and the regional people that sit in either Brazil or in Miami or in Mexico, they say, no, that's not a contingency. This is the first time that I've seen them say, you know what, maybe we should look at a contingency.
The distance from southern Belize to Belize City will increase the cost of local goods in the supermarkets, forcing prices up.
We would have to get the truckers to go to Big Creek to get the containers from there and truck it from Big Creek to our warehouses in town. So that would be an additional inland freight charge that obviously will have to be added into the costing of our goods.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.